Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments. Today, I will be telling you the story of Princess Adesuwa of Benin and the King of Obolo Uku, a story from the early 1980s when kingship, leadership, and traditions were powerful and deeply respected. The festival in Benin. Once upon a time in the early 80s, a great festival was held in Benin, Edo State. Kings, elders, families, and friends gathered to celebrate. Even rulers from faraway kingdoms came, including the King of Obolo Uku, because Obolo Uku was under the kingship influence of Edo in those days. After the ceremonies and drinking, the King of Obolo Uku stepped aside to visit one of his close friends, a chief in Benin. They had agreed earlier to meet privately after the festival. When he arrived, they greeted each other warmly. As tradition demanded, kola nut was brought out. The chief asked his daughter to present it to the visiting king. This daughter was Princess Adesuwa, who was already promised to be married to the Oba of Benin. The moment the King of Obolo Uku saw her, he was struck by her beauty. He admired her, what God had created. Even after the visit, he could not get her image out of his mind. The princess who worked like a commoner. Princess Adesuwa was known across Benin for her bravery, strength, and kindness. Even as royalty, she worked among her people, trading yam tubers, cassava, vegetables, and fruits. Seeing an opportunity to get close to her, the King of Obolo Uku visited her market stall. He bought yam tubers and told her he would pay in 4 market days. Kings in those days were known to keep their words, so Adesuwa trusted him. 4 market days passed, then more days, but no payment came. She complained to her parents. She became angry and declared, "I will get my money back, even if it means going to Obolo Uku myself." Despite warnings from her parents, she was determined. The confrontation Princess Adesuwa traveled with one of her maids to Obolo Uku. They arrived. The king and his people welcomed them, but Adesuwa immediately stated the reason for her visit. She wanted her money. The king tried once again to convince her to become his wife. She refused. An argument broke out. In anger, the king drew his knife and struck her down, taking her life instantly. The maid escaped and ran back to Benin with the terrible news. The war between kingdoms. The king of Benin was furious. He sent a message to the king of Obolo Uku demanding explanation, but the king refused to answer. Days passed, no response. So the Oba of Benin gathered his palace guards and soldiers and marched to Obolo Uku. The king of Obolo Uku was powerful. He defeated many of the Benin soldiers. Some were slain, and the rest, including the Oba, retreated. Several attempts were made to capture or kill him. All failed. The betrayal. There was a man whom the king of Obolo Uku had once healed many years earlier. The Benin people approached him for help. At first, he refused, remembering the king's kindness and a prophecy the king once gave him. "One day, you will be the one to kill me." But pressure from Benin continued until he finally agreed. He gathered his own fighters and went to Obolo Uku. After a fierce battle, he succeeded in killing the king. Before dying, the king said, "Karma is real. Very soon, you will die just like me." The man didn't understand. He returned to Benin, proud of himself. He boasted openly, "I killed the man you all could not kill. I will become the next king of Benin." He ignored warnings and messages from the Oba. His pride grew too much. Eventually, the Oba of Benin ordered that he be eliminated as well. The curse and the tradition. From that day, a law was made in Edo. No woman must ever serve kola nut. The act was banned completely. And that is why, even today in Edo culture, women do not serve kola nut, all because of the tragedy of Princess Adesuwa.